Today's video is on Project Silent 540. This is the room that the 390 gallon tank was in. Obviously, it's since been removed, and a new 540 gallon tank that was built by Universal Rocks with a custom background is going in. And this is the stand I built a couple weeks ago, and the mechanical filtration that I just completed last night. So let's go over the mechanical filtration. Now first let's start with the stand. So this tank concerned me a little bit, even though I have reinforced the floor. But I didn't want to make it out of wood for a couple reasons. Number one, the weight, and number two, the space. Making it out of wood takes a lot of space versus making it out of steel, which, as everyone knows, is much stronger. It gave me more space inside. So I basically built it out of steel, had it powder coated, and while I was drawing this thing up, I realized that a couple times over the years I've had, water leaks and floods, and not paying attention. We're all human, make mistakes. And so I built some pans. So this particular stand, as you can see, has a pan in the bottom of it, and this pan will capture any leaks. And the pan actually will do two things. Number one, capture the water, and number two, and I'll show you, you'll be able to see it in there, is there's a drain. Now I just put that in there for now. You can see there's a fitting in that bulkhead, and there is another one right here. Now that one here on the right here, it's actually going to be the drains for the tank, where I can drain it through these nuclear filters. And this one over here is actually going to, that'll come out. That is the one that's going to serve as the drain if there's any leaks. So if I fill this these up, excuse me, that will actually drain there, and that drain goes through the floor and ties into the sewer system. So those are the two drains. One of them is going to serve as a drain to drain the tank through the mechanical nuclears, and the reason it's still open is I have to tie in the new fluidized biofilter system, which is not here yet. It will get tied into that and then get closed off. But excuse me. So let's go over the mechanical filtration. So in this region right here is the center of the tank. And let me move this out of the way. And the reason that's cut out is there are bulkhead fittings there, and those are the return lines from the Ocean Clear. So center of the tank and the back of the tank, behind the background, are the two return lines from the nuclear filters. On each side of that, in about this region here and this region here, are the inlets for these nuclears. Hence why we have fitting coming into here to a union. Underneath is a gate valve. That gate valve will go into the Milwaukee, which I am running this time versus little giant pumps. And we are running, if that will focus, MD100 RLTs. It will exit, go into that T, into the nuclear filter, which this particular one is 100 micron. Will exit and go up and back into the tank where I have stopped it right here, and it'll 90 and go into the tank and back up. What I did add this particular go around is a manifold where I can open this gate valve. It will come over to here and head into the drain, and I tied those two together. So if I want to drain the tank, automatically I will open those up. They will go into the sewer system and out they go. Now, to isolate the noise, I was trying to make this tank as extremely quiet as possible, hence the boxes. So the pumps are in the boxes, and the first thing someone's going to say is they're going to get hot. Yes, they're going to get hot. However, I thought about that. So on this back of this box is a computer fan, which is what the cord's for. And the computer fan basically sucks air from the cabinet, blows it into that box, into that motor. And it actually, let's come over here since I got a lid on this one, and it'll come out those notches. Now I've actually proven this and ran them, hooked it up to a tank, let it run for about 3 hours. Saw no heat sink issues whatsoever. This particular nuclear is basically the same, different plumbing obviously, but it in turn is a 25 micron, and it basically does the same thing. Water comes in from here, which I have to tie in once the tank's in place, into the nuclear, or into the Iwaki, sorry, then into the nuclear and exits out. So this is the mechanical filtration, just the mechanical. Haven't got to the bio yet for the new 540. Have a good one.